Warning:
Within this podcast, you will find,
themes of adult nature including
but not limited to, alcohol, tobacco,
drugs, firearm, cursing, and other
such adult-themed references. If this
disturbs you, then please leave.
kick rocks.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move.
All right, and welcome back to this episode of Duel Thought. We're on 10 now, right?
I believe, yes, our last one was the interview with Kanan, so it counts as
And that was
9.
9.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I'm still not sure that 8 counted as a dual thought, but
it may not have, but all right, so as you heard, we are kind of doing a revisit. We did a kind of intro like we did on the first episode.
yes.
Non-sped up, just one of those things where we're having fun and just like enjoying the night.
We're remembering our original that started out as 3 men and a mic.
Right?
Our introduction as, of course, TR and my co-host here.
JJ.
And this is just a throwback to how we've been progressing.
It's one of those episodes that we've gotten enough out there with our drunk thoughts and our dual thoughts and our afterthoughts.
I think our drunk thought almost was more than our dual thought for a while there.
Just for a bit. But we got that under control.
I think it was like an episode short from topping for a while, and then we calmed down, sobered up for a day.
Yeah, we were like 7 sheets to the wind every time we were like, let's record! And we were too drunk to do that, so thus became drunk thought.
That is true. We tried for dual thought. It just did not work out. On today's...
That's why you'll hear a couple of times on Drunk Thought, this is dual thought. No, it's not.
Well, actually, I believe we only got at least one that I can count where we started out as dual thought, where we actually introduced it as a dual thought. The other ones, I think we discussed doing dual thought, found that we were too drunk, and just said, screw it. The microphones are out. Let's just get it done.
Oh, yeah. And that's all Drunk Thought is about, really, is just we're plastered and we have this equipment. Let's do it!
Pretty much. I mean, that and the fact that we have somebody around just as drunk as us that we can throw on with us, be like, hey, you want to record?
Like,
I know you do.
Like the Kodo or...
Just several times with the Kodo.
Or, your friend that you brought over.
Oh, yeah. Wait, which one? I have a couple of them.
It was...
Oh, yeah.
He did.
Mahal.
Jacques Mahal did 2 episodes with us. He did Drunk Thought and a Dual Thought.
That is true. Yes, we did a dual thought, and then we got plowed and did a drunk thought
right afterwards.
We actually still had the equipment set up. We didn't tear down. We didn't try to put anything away. We just said, screw it, let's drink. Got drunk and went,
let's record.
Well, since you're here.
Right?
He had no objections to it. In fact, he loved the fact. He's like, I want to be on.
Yeah, this is all we do. I mean, we do this because it's fun.
It is true. I enjoy the crap out of actually recording.
It's a giant stress relief for us.
Well, yeah, you get the chance to air your grievances. I mean, not all. We do save some things. We're not going to throw people under the bus.
Absolutely not. And we try to use code names most of the time.
Would you not play with your wires? Sorry. Yeah.
I'm only 4 sheets to the wind. It's still a dual thought.
We slip every so often, and real names come out, but at least it's not the full name.
Right?
We're not like, oh yeah, Jack Thompson over here. Oh, I'm sorry, James Jahonovich.
It's not like we're. And this is Bobby Labonte. I mean, BL. I mean, yeah, we screw up a little bit now and then, and I'm not the only one anymore that's done it.
I think you topped me on it, but
I do too. I think I've got you beat on the whole
even
miscalculations of names.
Even for a crossover to 6 and 60, you still found a way to fuck it up.
Hey, however, I also got backup on that one going, you know what? It's too close.
That is true.
It's
That
going
is
to
true,
take
yeah.
time to get used to.
Motherfucker Jones did go ahead and say, dude, your name's way too close to your normal freaking name.
It's just too easy to slip on.
So blame my fucking parents, dude. Tell them not
God
to fucking
damn it,
name
who
me.
left their phone on?
Shoot, they're the asshole.
Fucking assholes.
Oh wait, that's a JJ phone.
It is a
a
JJ
JJ
phone. Oh shit, I'm a failure.
Hey, that makes up for mine.
Yeah, screw you. I gotta do this recording. So,
Why are you even on? And turn the fucking thing off.
I am, see?
Beep ding. Push button. There you go.
Power off.
I just put it on silent myself.
Ah, screw it. Power off. Nobody needs to contact me that important during our recordings.
Anyways, back to our purpose here, Mr. Host.
So, we are doing a throwback.
Yes.
So we are going to, throughout this episode, you will hear us talking about where we came from, how we're coming up, and where we would like to go in the future.
And our struggles with actually being able to record.
And we have some paper here with some notes. We actually did prepare for this.
Talk about a throwback. We're actually writing shit down now.
Right? Again. We lost our whiteboard.
That's true. And hey, we actually started out writing things down on notebooks earlier on. We, in fact, had like 3 or 4 pages worth of things to talk about.
And I still have that somewhere.
Yeah, exactly, somewhere.
But
that's why we didn't talk about them.
Yeah, in this house, it's hard to remember some things after some of our nights. That's as far as I will go on that one.
That's called put the bottle down. I'm just guessing.
Actually, there's been more beer for me recently.
Well, I don't think you can call that beer. It's
mixed drinks.
Yeah, well, sort of. That's
what would you guys consider a Four Loko? Is that a beer? Is that a malt? Is that a mix?
That is malt. Yeah, there's what it is. It's a flavored malt liquor.
Okay.
Much like Mickey's.
Yes.
Mickey's is a malt liquor.
Mickey's was the first beer I ever had.
I actually enjoyed Mickey's. I used to get 40s of Mickey's constantly.
Actually, it's only been recently that I've started drinking beer around here. Because I was never into beer until I got into this house, and
I thought you meant like recently within the last couple of weeks.
Oh, fuck that! Fuck no! I mean, like recently being life recently.
The last year here, maybe, but
yeah, that's life though for me. I mean, like recently is for me like when I revisit something, I'm like, well, when I was growing up, the only thing I ever did was hard liquor. And it wasn't until the year that I moved in here, maybe a half year before that I started drinking beer. And it was actually old roommates when I was landscaping in Colorado Springs that got me into beer.
I gotta say that got me into beer is an old roommate that when I was real younger, I think I was 13.
Wow.
That my mom had a roommate move in for a minute because I was 14 because that was a year after my stepdad left.
Alright.
That she had a roommate come in and rent out one of the rooms downstairs. In fact, Ford's room is
which will be transforming, unfortunately.
And that is sad. And I don't think that is one thing we need to put on the air right now. And we'll leave that off.
I'd just like to say real quick, we are losing a friend of the house for a moment.
We're not losing him.
He said he's going to be here and party with us, but he's no longer going to be here with us.
Talk about what you're
talking. He's made a conscious choice to leave this household,
which is for his own better. And I agree with him.
I do, yeah.
If that is what's going to make his life better, that's what's going to help him out in life.
If that's what he needs, then
more power.
Work on you, bro. Work on you.
Yeah, I support anything anybody needs. If you need whatever in your life, you need to move out, you need to
Move in. You need to
you need
calm down. You need to come over and
you need
chill.
a slap in the face. I'm here for you.
Well, unless you want to get hit back, but
I think that was a challenge.
don't poke the bear.
Are we challenging?
Oh, yeah.
But anyhow, no, yeah, it goes back to the guy, the guy's name, I guess it doesn't really matter because nobody's ever going to know. The guy's name was Kip. I don't remember his last name. Short little, it was funny as all hell because dude was a little tiny strong guy, long ass hair. And he was an awesome person. And, moved in for a little while there. And he'd bring home, cases of MGD. And at that time, it wasn't like, you get a case in, like, Bud Light or, Bush or anything, not like 30 regular like that.
Yeah.
It was the, flat carton cardboards.
With
and
just like six
packs put
wrapped
on it.
in it.
Yeah, exactly. And so he'd come home with like 2-3 of those. Come down and freaking, your boys like, come here, let's drink.
Nice.
And we always end up, me and my one of my buddies, in fact I've lost touch with him, a guy named Freddie. We used to sit down there and freaking drink with him, and honestly it would always end up the same way. Kip would end up falling asleep with a beer in his hand, just on the couch.
Codying it.
Pretty much. I think that's a Kodo reference there, buddy.
Whatever.
That's another point towards failure.
Everybody knows him as Bartender Cody.
That's true.
It's not like I'm putting out a last name there. It's everybody in town knows him as Bartender Cody.
Well, there's only one Bartender Cody.
Yeah, but that's town. That's our town.
That is true. I'm hoping we have more listeners than just the 3 or 4 of 60
that we know of.
Pay attention to us.
Well, we do have my crazy ass ex.
That is true. She doesn't. I don't think you're supposed to say that. If she listens to us, why would you say that? She's the one outside of it all that actually listens to us.
She's out of state too and listens to us.
Exactly, and you're gonna call her a crazy ass. That's dumb.
I'm a crazy ass ex. I think that we were both crazy ass.
Heather, I'm sorry on behalf of Duel Thought here.
It's no disrespect. It's just that we were both pretty crazy. We were young.
I've had some crazy ass life, so I can understand.
We were young, and I mean, it happened way too fast. It happened way too quickly. And when relationships happen like that, it turns out crazy.
No shit. Yeah, especially when you're young. That is the one thing. When you're young, the whole world's ahead of you.
Very much so.
You want to try to pretty much center yourself with the whole, in a relationship.
The vibe.
In love and shit like that. But then after a while, you realize, not that you mean to, but you realize that there's so much more. There's so much more out there.
Absolutely.
Not that there's anyone better than the one you're with, or that there's anyone less than the one you're with.
It's just that you haven't experienced anything, and there's experiences out there to be had.
And that's what it comes down to. And it turns out the fact that you end up leaving the person that you're with, sometimes it's the biggest mistake of your life. Other times it's the best thing you can fucking do.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like being in the spirit of revisiting.
Speaking of, why are we talking about
because we did an episode of Exes. So.
That's right. All right. Well, we can tie
We're
it into
in the spirit of revisiting.
We can tie it into that one. Yeah, here we go.
It's just in the spirit of revisiting and in the spirit of looking back. I realized that I did a lot of shit, and a lot of shit happened, and a lot of shit moved way too fast, and I was too young to deal with that shit. I was way too young to just be like, alright, I got my life under control. Fuck no, I don't.
Oh shit.
Fuck no, I don't.
Dude, I'm in my 30s and I still don't have my life under control at all.
Yeah, I mean, and I'd like to throw this out there real quick. A lot of people use the term normal. What the fuck is normal?
As I've heard before, which is an awesome statement, just the same as they say, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Normal's in the head of the one that thinks of it. Like, honestly, it's just that your perception of normal is your perception of normal. My perception is completely different.
Hey, absolutely.
Normal is within the perception of the person.
And that's a really hard thing to do because a lot of people, I know there's a lot of people out there listening to this or not
Hopefully.
listening to this that are like, I wish my life was normal. I wish that I could have a normal life. But what is normal?
Hold
What is?
on. I think I know what that contains. I think that mainly people think about normal life, like you got a job, you got a house, you got a car, you got a significant other, whether it be man, woman, beast, whatever. And, you go to work, you pay your bills, come home, you eat, you make love, you have a good time, and you wake up and do it again. I think that's basically normal.
I think normal for me, the definition of normal for me would be a set thing that you do. So
Repetitive action.
kind of like what you're saying, but it doesn't have to involve a girl. It doesn't have to involve all of that. But if you have something that you do that is constant, like for me, normal for me is go to work, come home, get at least a beer in me, at least a beer. Sometimes
It's
that
not 20.
sometimes that doesn't work out so well, and I have like a blackout night. But normal for me is you have something constant. You have something that you constantly have to do. Like for kids, it'd be going to school, coming home, doing homework, and living and playing. Normal for us would be going to work, coming home, drinking a bit, and relaxing the day away.
Drinking or smoking a bowl.
I think the best thing I've ever heard for how to live your life is work hard, play harder.
That has been a statement quite a bit made, and that's it doesn't always have to be that you have to have a substances in your body either.
No, it just means have a better time than what you were working.
Right? I mean, work hard and then make sure you have a way to blow off your steam.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, go out and go to batting cages right after work. Go work out. Or like we do, get drunk, get plowed, freaking get high as a kite.
It really doesn't matter. It's just, you need to find your stress relief.
Exactly.
And this, for us, is our stress relief.
Well, that and, obviously alcohol.
That and alcohol and weed. Speaking of, hello everybody in Colorado that has come in.
The recent newcomers to Colorado that have come here specifically because
of weed.
Yeah, that we are a legal state now.
Yeah.
I think that we are rising in numbers of people transferring to Colorado.
It used to be California. I mean, California was the first one to do it. California was the first one to be like, medical weed. Have fun.
But that's also, medical. Now, not only California, but ourselves and
Washington and Idaho and
we're all now legalizing recreational. And I think people are flooding.
The recent one to that is Alaska.
Really?
Alaska just legalized recreational weed.
What about medical?
Medical they've had for, I think, a year and a half now.
All right. I didn't know Alaska actually was in it at all, honestly, so that's news to me.
Well, you gotta realize Alaska's the last frontier right now.
Honestly, I think if I lived in Alaska, that's pretty much the only thing I would be doing smoking weed. Because, I mean, dude, you have to fall asleep during those times where
the daylight is just shining forever.
30 days of lights, isn't it?
30 days of light and I believe
there wasn't it
45 days of night.
I think it's actually the other way around. I think it's actually nights only for 30 days.
And days for 45.
Yeah.
We could be wrong. I mean, like,
I'm not sure.
seriously,
I'd have to look that up.
if you have the information, post it as a comment.
Yes, please. And actually, we've been saying this since we started. We actually really need your messages, your comments. Actually, I bring up Heather because she has been the only one
To comment.
to message on us.
And I'm sorry that I haven't gotten back to you. It's just I've been busy.
Yes, find us on our Facebook page, TRJJ, and message us. We do check our page. We check our email at
Regularly,
Yep.
daily.
Dual Thought is spelled differently on that one. That is DEUL.
We misspelled it.
That was actually me when I set it up. That was my fault.
Some of us can't spell around here. Me included.
I was drunk. Leave me alone.
Like I know how to spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Oh, Jesus. MISSISSIPBI, right?
Yes! There we go.
That's what I thought of it. Anyways, please hit us up at any time. At gmail.com, at
YouTube.
Facebook, even at the bottom of these pages, there is a comment section. And I know when I go to listen to
I'd like to, real quick, we say at the bottom of this page because YouTube is our biggest distributor right now.
It is true.
We are not on a lot of the side pages that a lot of people are on, but side pages being like SoundCloud or Archive or...
We are actually on Archive.
We are on Archive, and it's been out of date, but I'm going to be updating that here soon.
Yeah, get on shit. Come on now.
Hey, I've been updating to YouTube, our main page.
But you know, I look at every time I look at one of our episodes, as soon as it's uploaded, I look at our episodes when we're on YouTube, and a week later I'll revisit the same episode and check our comments.
Yeah.
And that's why I say at the bottom of the page here, comment. It has a section for it. I check them every time, at least a couple days to a week later.
Even if it's just a Facebook message or a comment left going, hey, we love you.
Yeah,
keep doing what you're doing.
We love it. We did run a contest. We were hoping that people would take, advantage of. And I'd still like to
run contests.
Well, yeah, I'm still down with giving out dual points.
Yeah.
But I mean, nobody's commented. Nobody's actually said anything so far. So please, dual points are still there up to grabs.
We need your input.
How are we supposed to do our show without you? We
can't do this without you guys. If it wasn't for you guys listening to us, there wouldn't be a Dual Thought. We need you guys as listeners.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for you, it's just two dudes just rambling. That's all it really is.
And I mean, if that's all it is, we're fine with that. But I mean, we're out here to try and get you guys to enjoy it.
I'm not fine with that at all. I want people to listen. Damn it!
That's why we go out to the bars every day.
No. You go out to the bars every day. I have to work there,
so
that's the only reason I'm there.
We go out to bars to get our name out. We go out and we're not out there just doing nothing. We're trying to put our names out there. I mean,
when I tell you I'll come listen to our show, I'm hoping that you like it, number one, and number two, that I can hear feedback.
Exactly. Feedback is our best support right now. It allows us to know who's listening. It allows us to improve our show. I mean, if there's something that you guys want to hear, if there's something that you guys want to know about, I mean, post it up. Post it up, and it'll be up.
I'm sorry, I am rolling my new chair.
Well, yeah, you are.
Well, all my other episodes, you can hear the creak of my chair.
Yeah.
If you listen to all of our other episodes, you can hear every time I go to grab a smoke or my drink or get up for anything, you can hear the creak of my chair, and I'm swiveling around in my new one here.
And just constantly.
And yes, I am, because it's fun. And you don't hear a damn thing.
Nope. You got a great new seat.
Speaking of our revisits here,
let's go back. It being the throwback album, or the throwback episode, not album.
Whatever.
Let's go back to episode 1.
Yeah, okay. We did discuss episode 1 while we were on 6 and 60. Actually, that was the Drunk Thought.
Drunk Thought presents 6 and 60.
Yes. And we did discuss our first episode on that one, and it was
a makeshift shit.
It was basically, hey, I found
we ghetto rigged it.
Yeah, I myself, I have my PlayStation 3, and
no disrespect.
I had my PlayStation 3. I had a Rock Band microphone that I bought to play, Rock Band and Guitar Hero and all that.
And we were still high off of doing 6 and 60 Holiday.
We were the choir on that, and we were just amped. And I pulled the microphone. I'm like, hey, can you plug this to your computer? What does it do?
And I was like, well, let's find out.
And, sure enough, he had the software on here.
I have a lot of programs. I'm a tech geek, and even if I don't need the program, sometimes I usually have it.
So we just started recording. We're like, hey, this works.
And let's play around. And I mean, from there is what we did. It was just having fun and passing the mic around. And my coworker is kind of like inebriated right now.
Right, and honestly, freaking, we had fun doing it. We passed it around, and we had like 3 hours of editing after that.
We did. I mean, it was bad. We only did like an hour show, but it took forever for us to get something up because we had to edit everything.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even. I don't even think we topped an hour on that one. Actually, I think that was like 56 minutes after editing.
Possibly.
And that was actually. I mean, we had to take out all the times we passed out the microphone.
And on our first one, I mean, we didn't even do that shit. We were just like, hey, we had fun. Let's put it up.
That's right. I'm thinking of the second. My bad. The first one, we passed it around and you can hear it in our first one.
No, our first one was where we did like 4 episodes in a row.
Yeah, we only kept
first one, and believe me, you guys are gonna hear the other ones. It's just.
Do you still have those?
Yeah, I do.
Ooh.
We're gonna only post them after our year mark though.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
we've discussed this, and the lost episodes of 3 Men and a Mic will be posted after a year.
And yeah, we did start off with 3 men. It was me, JJ, and Ford.
But we also didn't have the time to get everybody together, and there were certain situations in the house that prevented us from always having a set thing.
It was also recorded all in one night, all drunk, and I mean, I was
plowed.
Oh, same. I was plastered. You can tell because I was trying to change my voice. And
yeah, now you're more natural with it.
Well, yeah, now I'm not trying to make myself sound better. I'm okay with the way I sound.
You're not okay with the way you sound. You're just comfortable with the way you sound. That's the best way I can put it.
I can't get a new voice, so I might as well just stick with the one I got, huh?
And hell, it's a great voice. It's a great radio voice.
Stop coming on me, dude. That's just creepy.
I'm not coming on you. I'm just saying. I mean, like, we got radio voices.
And then, yes, after our first episode and the ones that followed,
which will be posted eventually.
We didn't put those ones up due to the fact of
we lost our third man.
And that's when we started creating Duel Thought instead. It wasn't to signify only 2 people. It was to signify 2 thoughts run together.
It was to signify the fact that we are of different mindsets, and when we come together on a topic, we have different opinions.
That and our thoughts, along with others, can duel shit out. Like, an honest, duel.
That's why we have our exit. We have our exit being, thank you for listening to the thoughts that we've doled out our head.
Actually, we have slacked on our ending last few episodes.
Not really. We did slack on the Drunk Thought Masquerades.
Mm-hmm.
But on the Kanan one, on our interview with Kanan, we said, This has been Dual Thought, dueling out the thoughts of our head with your hosts, JJ, TR, and our guest,
Kanan
our
LeBron.
important guest,
Yes.
Kanan LeBron. And then we did our outro. And we're still not really sure about that. I mean, that's all up to you guys. Really, we need your opinions and your feedback on it. Do you like the fact of our intros? Is there something that we could do for our intros? Do we need a specific intro every time?
I mean, we've been trying to change it up each time. We've been trying to find new music, songs, themes, whatever, to play each time, so it's not.
We've been trying to find something for the episode.
Yeah, it's so there's. I mean, yeah, this one wasn't exactly
randomness.
Yeah, and some of ours is random. It is. A lot of them are random, but we're trying to change it up so it's not the same old every time you put it on.
The only thing that should be the same, in our opinion. The only thing that should be the same every time is the warning. The warning is one of those things that is like, hey, you're about to listen to this.
Well, done by different people, but yes.
It's always done by different people, but it's always the same statement. It has always been the same statement.
Exactly. Well, we have to have a disclaimer. We have to, hey,
we gotta warn you guys about what's about to be on.
We say fuck. Does that hurt your ears? That's probably why we don't have listeners.
We say shit, we say fuck, we say cunt, we say, I know that's the dirtiest word right now, cunt. But, I mean, this
JJ can be found at.
This is the shit that comes off our head as we're going. I mean, this is all freestyle.
That is true, yeah. I mean, we don't have scripts in front of us. We don't prepare. I mean, we basically, I think tonight's been the most we prepared for anything.
And we had 15 minutes to do it?
About, yeah. Well, seeing as though I've been sitting here for the last hour waiting on it.
Well, I had to run out and do shit. Sorry.
So we're going to do our recording. So I come up here, I sit here and I wait, and he's running around everywhere else.
Well, I've been telling people, hey, look, we're about to do a recording. Make sure you got your shit ready so that we don't hear you in the background. And then, of course, when I do that, people are like, well, will you do this? Will you do this so that I'm set? I'm like, all right, fine. We're not recording yet. I'll go out and grab you food. I'll go out and grab you a drink. I'll go out and fucking grab my shit.
We're going to now set up a hose system for the house. You can get water or you can pee in it. Either way, but that's the only thing you have. So that you cannot come out of your fucking room while we record.
I'd also like to point out, this is the first time that I've gone 30 minutes without having to run off to the
bathroom. Congratulations, JJ. Let's all give him a round of applause. It's true, actually. This dude is.
JJ has one hell of a small bladder.
Very, very, very small, and he can't hold shit.
However, it's also come out hilarious because of it.
Sometimes, yes.
There are some times that I've had to crawl across shit to try and go to the bathroom and almost rack myself.
I do believe we have an episode where you jumped and did rag yourself.
Yeah, we did.
That was a funny one. That was actually, I believe, a drunk thoughts on that one. Most of the time, he leaves me. Well, now I have nobody to talk to, so
I try and leave at a point where you're on a ramble, so that I have that minute to take a piss.
That's times I like to stop rambling.
Exactly, it's right there too. It's always when I'm like, I gotta take a piss.
Just to point out that he's.
You're going, keep going. I'll be right back. And then he's just like, well, my cohort just left. I'm like, damn it! Why do you have to point this shit out? You're in the middle of something. Why just stop?
That was not as bad as the interview with 60 Drunk Thought one.
Oh, I was bad on that one.
Yeah, where you ended up getting too drunk, and instead of just the multiple pee breaks was one thing, and we could continue to show because we had 60
major guests.
So, but that wasn't the worst of it. The worst of it was you got too drunk, ended up in a trash can.
Yeah, I did.
So
on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, exactly. So I had to finish the show myself.
All right, just to set this up, we have been the way we get to 6 and 60. We have an intro section. We have kind of like a
Their studio is the
when you walk in, it's a door and a little like hallway.
yeah, pretty much.
And from that hallway, you get like 2 doors. One's for the work side, one's for the play side. And
Nice way of putting it, actually.
we went to the play side,
I'm
and we were having fun.
I'm hoping
but
Pimp Snaggles like that description.
but we had fun, and the only reason that we got over there was because we were listening to 6 and 60, and they were like, well, apparently these guys want to interview us, and that's going to be tonight. And we're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I do remember that.
We got to go over to the shop.
No, it's actually car wreck. It was like, they want to interview me and this and that, and so I think I'm supposed to do that tonight. And we're looking at each other going, whoops, that was supposed to be tonight. And then, Pimp Snaggers brought it, well, they can come to the shop to do this. And we're like, all right, grab everything, grab it now, let's go.
We didn't even listen to the whole episode. We were just like, oh shit, they just told us to come over. And we have to do it like right now.
Basically, we listened to the last segment of it later, but yeah, we packed up everything, grabbed a couple 12 packs.
Stopped what we were listening to, just like grabbed everything in the house that was possible to grab, beer, alcohol.
Ray just headed over and went, hey, we're here. Let's get set up. And yeah, no, we had a fantastic time with them. Obviously, I mean, I had funner than hell.
I think my biggest problem on that was I was looking too forward to it.
Well, I think the biggest problem was the fact that we were drinking beforehand.
Exactly. I mean, we were looking too forward to it. We didn't expect it, and
actually, wasn't that also the one where we were timing ourselves, choose our timers?
Yes.
So yeah, listening to them, we were timing ourselves.
We were doing practice.
The point of 6 and 60 is a beer every 10 minutes. So
6 beers within 60 minutes.
We were on the last beer when they mentioned this, so we were already had 5.5 beers in us.
Plus, I had a couple of
you had some
99
shooters.
Bananas.
Yeah, you had some shooters and beers beforehand, and so we're like, oh crap.
That's the night that made me stop on 99 Bananas.
No, you just switched to 99 peaches.
Yes, I did. I can't stand the smell or the taste of the banana anymore because like that night ruined it. That night alone, I mean, I got so fucked up that I vomited it up, and the taste afterwards was horrid. Never. This goes out to all you guys in listener land. Never throw up on some 99 Bananas because that shit is fucking horrid when you do it.
Raunch status.
Hi, what are you doing?
Well, I'm playing with the computer for a second so I can go make a drink. Is that a problem?
It is a
Well,
problem.
too bad. I already solved it, so.
Alright, so, I think we're done with the 6 and 60.
No, and I want to go back to what we were talking about.
Right.
What we were talking about is, where we started out. We started out with the Rock Band Mac Club.
Yeah.
And passing it back and forth, and we ended it for hours upon hours.
I mean, it'd take us like 3 times longer than what it would do to produce an episode.
An hour-long show, and even not even an hour for some of them.
Some of them were like 4 hours long to record it.
Yeah, and that's with the trouble to record. We
And
kept having to stop.
We're talking.
Go back.
We're not talking like it's a 4-hour episode. We're talking. We did an hour episode, and it took us 4 hours to record because we had to stop or we had to pause.
Actually, I believe what was it? The third episode, I think it was
with Coda.
With Coda it was about 3.5 hours.
And both of us were getting pretty pissed off throughout it.
And
that's why you hear us in the middle of that episode just going, fuck it. They said get the random ass motherfucker on here.
Yep.
And we did it. So let's just run.
And yeah, that is what it was.
We got to the point where we were done.
And it did take us like 3.5 hours. produce an hour-long show, it took us 3.5 hours to do it. Not only that, and then we had
And
another
it's because
2
of the
hours.
love that we have for this. It's the
It
stress
is.
relief that we have of this.
And there was another 2 hours to edit, to take all the popping sounds
Oh, I
out
think
of
it was more than that.
No, I think that one was our fastest of editing. Because actually,
Only because I didn't do a lot of shit. I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna take out the pops.
I think 4 was the episode that I edited. The one where you went
You
to bed.
edited episode 5.
Was it 5?
5.
All right, yeah, one of them.
After I taught you how to use my computer and
Yeah, well, I don't
felt
know this
comfortable enough.
Well, I don't know this program, so yeah, I started to have to learn to do this, and we went from all that and struggling to make an episode to making a deal with bring up of course 660 again, making a deal with Pimp Snaggles and DJ Smite
To get our equipment right now.
I bought off a couple boxes here of recording equipment.
It's simple boxes. They're Zenith?
No.
I think that's how you say it.
Where are you seeing Zenith?
Right here at the top.
Oh no, that's ZX or something like that. I was looking at the Ringer.
We're rocking like Xenix
What
520s right now.
Whatever. I don't know the actual name of these
502s.
But basically, freaking. That's why we're coming. We don't have to pass microphones around anymore. They're actual microphone inputs.
The only problem that we have right now, and the only issue that we've come across right now, is that we have to plug into one box for headphones.
Yeah, that has been a problem. Well, we solved it pretty much. I do have that splitter.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad.
It's not like when we first started where we were listening to ourselves off the computer and had like a second delay.
And then I bought what?
Oh, that shit was horrid.
And then I bought what? $10 headphones to try to plug in.
We still have those.
I know.
Those blue ass, gray ass, fucking shit ass headphones.
I bought those to try to plug in to the computer to do that, and yeah, we had the delay still.
And then we had our taxes come back, and we were like, you know what? We need to improve.
Right?
At least slightly.
So, yeah, we got the equipment off of Pimp Snaggles and DJ Smart, and we love the crap out of our equipment.
Oh, yeah.
We really do. Yeah.
But we also got plans to improve.
Of course. You know, I take so much care of these things.
In fact, I've been meaning to talk about this for a minute, but I want to put a shed out in the backyard for this.
Well, yeah, so do I. I've already decided on that one. You got the fucking money? 'Cause I don't.
I've got the fucking labor for it, though.
Basically, we started, so we got these new boxes and still $10 headphones.
Oh, no, these were not $10 headphones.
I'm kidding. So we got the new boxes, and we still didn't have the converter or the headphones. So
and in fact, the first time we tried separate box headphones, and you couldn't hear shit but yourself.
And then, so yeah, we turned around and spent $50 a piece and got good headphones with converters, put those in the splitters, and now we can hear everything we say. We can hear everything perfectly.
As we're doing it.
Right? And yeah, futuristically, we'd like to get a bigger Scarlet box.
We'd like to get the
maybe the mini Scarlet.
Not the Scarlet that 660 has.
No, they run a whole hell of a lot bigger crew than we do.
Absolutely. We want the mini Scarlet.
Yeah, which I can put at least 4 mics on.
Yeah.
So our interviews will go better.
And that we can have headphones too for everyone. And
exactly. You know, for our interviews we've done a couple interviews so far.
We're at the point right now where we're not looking at having more than like 5 people on the show.
No, we don't have the room for more than 5 people.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, no, that'll come later. And as our show progresses. But again, in order for our show to progress, we do need input.
And we need you guys to, I know we're hitting this hard, but we need you guys to comment. We need your guys' input. We need to know what you guys think, what you think is good, what you think is bad, how we think we should change.
And we're hitting this hard because this is our revisited. So we're looking back on everything we've done.
So far.
And everything we want to be doing.
And that's coming up here in like 10 minutes.
And honestly, if we don't hear back, we don't know if we're doing it right.
We don't know what you guys are looking for. We don't know what you guys are enjoying. We don't know what you guys are not enjoying.
So far,
If you guys don't comment or say something, we don't know what we're doing.
so far, the only info we do have is from 6 and 60.
Oh, and Heather.
And Heather, yes, of course. Yeah, actually, she hasn't even commented lately.
Heather had good comments. She was like,
She did.
I really enjoy your show. I think it's really
she's
funny.
the one that gave us number 6, I believe.
Our
Psychedelics.
our psychedelics episode.
Yes. Was it number 6?
I think it was
Let me look.
5 or 6.
Actually, I'm going to look that up real quick.
All right. While you're doing that, I just like to say, hey, look, guys, it's up to you. We do this for you. Yes, we do it for stress relief for us, but we do it for you. If you guys don't enjoy it, we need to know that. If you guys hear anything that you're not enjoying, let us know. I mean, 6 and 60 has been our biggest push because they're like, hey, look, we listen to your show and you need to do this, or you need to take out this, or you need to try and push this. And that's where we've been going. We've been doing this because we're getting feedback from our friends going, hey, look, try this.
One second, sorry.
1 second, misfire.
Whoopsie.
But I mean, like, I'm sorry. There's shit going on in the background, but
I'm having technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties happens a lot on this show. I'd like to give a big ass shout out to 6 and 60 because they are our founders. If it wasn't for them, this would not be on the air.
Or no, founder. Our admirer, but we're not admirer. How do you
Inspiration.
Yeah, that's a better fucking word. Inspiration. Yeah, no, they didn't find us. We found them.
We found them.
Yeah.
They are our biggest inspiration on this. I mean, they have given us the biggest input. They are the ones that got us to do an intro. They are the ones that got us to do an outro. They are our biggest inspiration on this. And I also have to put a major shout out there for Heather. If you're actually still listening.
Which we hope you are. We
do.
hope you tell your friends too.
We appreciate the shit out of you listening to us because, I mean, you gave us the inspiration
Let's do a true shout out here. Heather Cetry. Cetry. Sorry.
Cetry.
I said it wrong the first time too. My bad. I did it again. Sorry.
Heather Cetry. I know that we have our issues, but I know more appreciation than anything for you listening, more appreciation for you putting us out there. And it was your comment that was, hey, I love you guys. You guys are funny. I listen to you guys on my break during work.
And I do believe I did find it's episode 3 actually.
Okay.
Episode 3 was our. Well, it's in between. I've got 2 unlabeled here. So I don't think we actually labeled.
Yeah, during our early stages, we didn't label anything.
So 3 and 6 are unlabeled ones.
I know it wasn't 6.
So it has to be 3 then. Yeah, because we have episode 1. Everybody knows that one. 3 Men on a Mic.
And actually, labeling came out of our topics.
That's true. The Green Movement was number 2.
That was one of those that we
were talking about.
We went through the entire podcast and we were just like, we've got to name this.
Yeah, that was the time we started to come
That
up
was
with.
the beginning of our naming our episodes.
And then of course 4, we had video game history and talked about video games.
That was fun.
5 was the fear episode.
We were pretty angry on that one.
No. Anger was a drunk thought. Drunk thought anger is actually labeled off too.
Oh, okay. We must have done that like the day before we did the other one.
Yeah, and then 6 was the unlabeled. 7 was we're finally back after time, and that was actually my fault.
Because of situations.
That was actually my fault in between the episodes there. due to the fact that I
Sickness.
I caught pneumonia,
Twice?
and then well, no, not twice. I had pneumonia for 3 or 4 months, and it was hitting me hard. And I got that cured, got a cold on top of it as I lost
You've
pneumonia.
gotten, like, cold on top of cold on top of
Right.
cold. Jesus fucking Christ. Winter is not your season.
No. People that are sick are not my season. Because they all flock to me. Hi, how are you? Dude, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
And no, so yeah, I had that, and then I had like 2-3 days good, and then I caught another sickness.
And then, like, the entire time you were sick, I had one hell of a cough that just did not go away.
Yep. And
I mean, I wasn't sick or anything, but the cough did not fucking go away for like 3 months.
And then on top of that, we also had tried to look for a job for JJ.
Which I have now.
Yes, he does. Gainfully employed.
It's hard ass labor, but
hey,
it's a
work.
job.
It's work. It's shit. It's work, dude.
And it's more than I've been paid in my life. In my life.
And so yeah, now finally, after episode 7, which was a month ago, we now come up to episode 8 and 9.
And this one.
And now 10, which we're finally coming back to where we're supposed to be.
Which was, we realized that we had a lapse in a week, but it's because we were trying to make sure everybody was okay.
Actually, we didn't have that bad.
It was only a week instead of like 3 weeks.
8 was 2 weeks ago, and 9 was a week.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought we didn't do anything last week.
Yeah, no, Kanan was last week.
He must have been early last week.
Yeah, that was Sunday, I believe.
And then we didn't do anything Saturday or Sunday, and that's why I was pushing for this episode.
Yeah, exactly. But it's alright. Hell, we like to record anyway, so it really doesn't matter if we're...
Oh, and by the way, I mean, like, it's not like we're trying to push you guys off or anything. We've got set dates for something this week. We're trying to put episodes out.
Yes, let's talk about our upcoming here. Wednesday, I do believe we locked that one down, didn't we?
Yes, I believe Wednesday we do have locked.
We do have our good friend, Sarge, coming to talk to us. He's a sergeant, ex-sergeant, let's say, in the Army.
And we would love to let you guys listen to his opinion on military.
Yeah, he had, 32 or...
35, I believe.
Was it more than that?
35? I thought it was 35.
He's had, let's just
but
say
we'll get that official on Wednesday.
Yeah, he's had a shit ton of Army experience. He's been in the Army for over 30 years.
Ever.
Let's just say over 30 years. And the man is full of knowledge. We're going to talk about PTSD.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yes. Army life, how it was.
How it was being in the military, what he had to do.
2 different things. Military and Army are 2 different things.
Military incorporates Army.
He's Army. He's not military. 2 different things.
Army is the military.
He'll tell you.
Military includes...
You tell him that.
I'll tell him that on the next episode. Military includes Navy, Air Force, Army, National Guard, and Marines.
And that will be our next episode, is the interview with Sarge.
And I might get corrected on this shit.
And he will get corrected on this shit.
But military has always been, as far as I knew and know now, military is always the armed forces that protect us. Whether it be Department of Defense, whether it be the FBI, whether it be the CIA, whether it be the Navy, whether it be the Army, whether it be the Air Force. Whatever it is, it's a functioning group that is supported by our government.
And honestly, I'm not going to comment one way or another because I personally, I don't know. I've never been in any of them, any branch of any government.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let Sarge actually explain that one out.
I've been in the Air
Um,
Force, and I've been in the Air Force for a little bit, but I'm gonna hold off on that
Let's talk about
until
our
until our Sarge episode.
Let's talk about our other interview that you've got coming up.
Corey,
Yes.
we are going to have an interview. We haven't had a date lock set.
No, that comes tomorrow, I believe.
I believe it comes tomorrow. But we will have a locked date here soon with a tattoo artist. Corey.
That actually may come before our sergeant.
Maybe.
Depending.
It depends on a lot of situations. I've already let him know about our locked date with Sarge. But we have a tattoo and a piercing artist.
Basically body arts all together. We're going to have an interview with somebody that can tell us the
ins and outs of the workings of body art.
And we're also probably going to special guest, I believe, if I heard correctly earlier, try to sober up and special guest JJ's mother for this one.
Possibly.
Because she,
Possibly.
as well, is a tattoo artist. And,
trying to be.
All right,
she's an amateur.
So yeah, that would be a good episode with amateur with professional.
Exactly.
And, duel out some thoughts on it.
And figure shit out.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be a fantastic interview. And on top of that, we do have a few other topics that we're writing out.
We are getting set to actually plan out future episodes instead of being spontaneous.
Throw on the mics and go, what are we doing?
Why do you think episode 8 was entitled Drunk Thought Masquerade?
Well, that's because he put my ass in charge. I was out of it, so...
Yeah, you were supposed to be the host on that one, and you just, fiddled with your phone.
Drop the
ball. I had to, become host and be like, dude, you're fucking with your phone too much.
Hey,
and then we got on some good topics, though, on that one.
Actually, that one we have, pretty good review on, so I'm saying it works.
I think so, too.
Yes, not as well as maybe actually having a topic to talk about, but I don't know. That's another thing I think we need to talk about is what do the people want? Do they want goofy?
What have we been stressing all night tonight? We need your comments.
Exactly. We want to know because that tells us where our show can go. Do you want the goofy action of
Drunk Thought Presents or Dual Thought Presents?
Right, exactly. Just random, hey, I'm going to play with my phone and play you some comedy things, tell jokes on the, pod here.
Or do you want the serious talk, like the alien episode, or the weed episode, or the video game episode? It's up to you guys. We're based off of you guys.
And yeah, no, I believe 6 was the Shock Mahaf, where we had the relationship talk.
The exes.
Yes.
I thought that was a drunk thought.
No, we did. Remember, we did we had 2 interviews. So.
Yeah. He did 2 episodes that day.
So I think we had 6 and drunk thoughts. Exes is not labeled, so.
It should be labeled.
It's not. The only drunk thought that's labeled is anger.
Well, I failed on that one then.
Yeah, you did.
Alright, so for our last couple of minutes here, I'd like to talk about where we would like to see ourselves go.
Well, like we've been saying all night, we want comments because I'd like to see us do a show for the people.
I would love to see a show for the people that listen. I would.
Well, I'd like to know who actually listens myself. I'd like to know if we do have a listening base besides
what we see on YouTube. We see that we have 28 views. We see that we have 40-something views. But without you guys commenting, we don't know if somebody's just mass replaying it or
if we replayed it too much to ourselves.
Right? But also, I'd like to go into the interview thing. I loved the way that we did the Kanan interview.
I did too, except the fact that I think our quality dropped on that.
That's why it was a live interview, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'd rather a better
Better
of
quality.
course.
And I've already talked to Kanan. We are going to do another recording.
Well, yeah, I'd love to have Kanan back on. Oh, I just don't know, isn't it?
All right, real quick. Top 5 people you'd love to interview.
Are you asking me?
Yep.
Me, I don't have an idea.
Name 5 people off that you would love to interview. I mean, like Metallica. Would you love?
Oh, you're talking freaking fictitious here.
Yes. This is the thing that we're like. If we get this, it's a milestone.
I'd say Disturbed, of course. Fuck, I'll take the whole band. I don't care about just the leader.
Okay.
I'll take the whole fucking band because I love Disturbed. And not in a gay way, of course.
Had to put that out there.
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith? Why?
I love his fucking movies. Dude, as a director, as an actor, as a producer, Kevin Smith is fucking amazing.
I mean, like, he's on my list too. That's why I had to ask.
Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Awesome fucking actor. Done many of different types of films.
Very much. He's one of those actors that can do anything.
My last two.
Action, romance, comedy. He's got it all under his belt.
My last two are obviously going to be actors again. I love movies. I love them. Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey. If I had the chance,
yes, please.
Yes. Adam Sandler, I think we could wreck the fucking house with Adam Sandler. Dude, freaking.
And Jim Carrey.
Oh, dude, we'd fucking. I don't know if I could even contain myself.
I'm not even sure we could record an episode with Jim Carrey because I'd be like, You're my dad.
Oh shit! Don't tell him that, Jim. He's not your dad, or you're not his dad. Whichever way we're going here.
All right. Real quick.
Yeah, no. I'd be laughing my balls off on either one of them.
Oh yeah.
Actually, all three. I think Kevin Smith, Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler, even Bruce Willis. I think they've got the comedy aspect to it. They've got their insight, their movies. I think they're all fantastic in their work. Disturbed, I love their music.
Absolutely.
I'd love to have their band play on our show. I'd love to
even if it's an original.
Exactly. Actually, that's the only thing I'd ask for is an original
or a freestyle.
Exactly. I don't want something already out there. I want something nobody's heard before. Like I asked with Kanan.
Absolutely.
Like that's why
we have our afterthoughts with Kanan.
Yeah, the freestyle. Anyways, 5 goes to you there, pal.
Alright, top 5. I would love to have Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is like
steal mine.
No. Jim Carrey is like my top guy. I mean, like, I've idolized that man since I've known what his films were. I love that man. And not in a homo way.
Run.
There is also Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Of course.
He's the science guy recently. There's also Bill Nye, the science guy, that I would love to get on. Just because he was, when I was growing up, he was the person that pushed to get into science and math.
Yeah.
And he did it in a fun way. He was great in the way he did it. It was for kids. It was meant to get you into it. It was never meant to be serious.
No, he had a great show. He really did.
I'd also love to get Snow the Product on here to talk about Tech9 and how she's on the label and where she'd like to go.
Isn't that the one that's working with Kanan?
She is putting tracks down for Kanan, yes.
So I think, aren't we already scheduled to try to get her on?
We're scheduled to meet her.
See, now that's because my 5 I'm never going to fucking meet, and his 1 out of 5 he's actually going to get. This is fucked up.
Possibly. Damn. I mean, like, we may never get her, but I mean, I'd love to get her on.
We're going to try like hell. Yes, we're going to try like hell.
And as the last one, I would love to get Weird Al on here.
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, dang. Sorry, Al.
I mean, I've grown up with Weird Al. I've been introduced to Weird Al since I was a wee little kid.
The wee little lad.
And I love Happy Birthday. I love Girls Just Want to Have Lunch. I love Duct Tape. I love White and Nerdy. I know I'm spanning generations here real quick.
Amish Paradise.
Beat It was one of the originals that I fucking like fell in love with. Fat was another one.
That's one thing I kind of disagree with. Only due to the fact that I've never been a fan of Michael Jackson. So
that's actually why I like it more, because I wasn't a fan of Michael Jackson, but the way he did it was awesome.
Yeah, I did like the way he did it. I just didn't like the fact that it was too close. And I never liked Michael Jackson to begin with, so.
And as far as we can go recently, I mean, like,
his new
Words.
Stuff. Words was amazing.
Words. The one where he took,
I hate hippity hop music myself.
The one where
the way he did it.
The one where he took the,
I don't know.
Sexual fucking horrible, the one that people were crying out about, Robin Thicke, Blind Lines.
Okay.
Or Blurred Lines.
Was that what it was?
I think it was Blurred Lines. But everybody was out in upreach against this song because it was sexist. It was, I mean, like, Pharrell was on it and nobody knew what the fuck to do.
I barely know that song.
Everybody was hating it because it was so fucking sexist.
I barely know that song, but I know Weird Al's song,
Word Crimes.
I love Word Crimes. I do.
And the way he flipped that and made it educational, not only educational but age appropriate.
Which one's my favorite?
Foil.
Oh hell yeah, Foil. I don't like the original song. I love Weird Al's song.
Oh yeah.
Aluminum foil. I love how he also
all about the conspiracy theories at the end and the fact that what's his name fucking pulled off his head and was an alien.
I'm trying to actually remember his name. I don't want to discredit the man.
I don't either. It's just I can't remember his name.
Son of a bitch.
Right?
If I see him again, I can remember his damn name. And I'm sorry to you that I can't remember your name.
I think it was Chris something?
No, not even close. Either way, I'm doubting either one of the gentlemen are going to hear our show anyway.
Right.
But it's at least like to think that maybe there's a possibility
out there that they hear this.
YouTube is out there, so I mean, hell, we hashtag, their names in there. Maybe they can be like, "Ooh, what's this?"
Right. I'm so putting everybody's name in this.
Right. Awesome.
I'm putting our top 5s in this. So there's going to be 10 names wrapped with this.
We get a message from freaking Jim going, "Hey guys, I'm coming your way."
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Oh shit. Fucking we get a message from Weird Al going, "Hey guys, I love what you're doing. Let me be in on it."
That would be amazing. Really amazing.
Done. Stoned.
Any of the 9 we listed here actually.
10.
No, Jim Carrey was listed twice. 9.
Yeah, true.
Any of the 9 that we listed here gives us a message. Honestly, it would be amazing.
It would be.
Only for like even a 5-minute interview, even if we had that.
Especially like Weird Al, Disturbed.
Either way. Dude,
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I'd spend an entire fucking paycheck to have even one for a 10-minute interview.
So would I.
I'm saying.
I mean, like, look, guys, we're looking at paying you guys to come on our show, and all we do is just like this.
Right. Well, anyways, I think
we are way over time.
Yeah, we are. All right, so I think we need to wrap up here. And in the spirit of revisiting old times,
absolutely,
I'm gonna have to give a throwback to an old TV show. I'm hoping everybody can enjoy.
Chicken.
Oh, cow and chicken.
Cow and chicken.
I've only got one. Actually, I just noticed that I have one other one here.
All right, one other one, and then we gotta sign off.
It is a throwback.
we're over time. We gotta start signing out here soon.
All right, one more segment. Come on now, you gotta know this.
Oh hell yeah! You can't see me, but I'm like fucking crazing out on this dance.
He really is.
I almost threw off my headphones. I mean, like, great throwback.
I did. I noticed that I had that one on there, and I had to throw it in there because it is an older.
It's
love it.
throwback series.
I mean, have you ever watched the series?
Yeah,
it is an amazing show.
It's an amazing series.
I mean, Cow and Chicken was just something after.
Cow and Chicken was hilarious.
Some, after everything was said and done, you throw that on, you're just laughing your ball off.
Yeah, you are.
Anyhow,
2 human parents and a cow and a chicken.
Come on now.
Come on now, 2 stupid dogs.
Oh, dog and cat. Cat dog.
Cat dog.
Sorry.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Angry Beavers.
Angry Beavers. Fucking
Courage, of course.
Secret Squirrel.
Secret Squirrel, yes, of course. Animaniacs, for that matter.
Oh hell yeah!
Pinky and the Brain.
I loved Pinky and the Brain. I'm Pinky. You're the brain.
I don't know about all that one. I'm not so sure I've got the brain on that.
Alright, well, I'm sorry, but we can't keep going.
Well,
we can keep going, but I mean, that's gonna be another episode if we do.
Yeah, we should probably cut this off. Again, please. I'm begging you.
He's on his knees.
I am on my knees. I'm begging you. Comment. Send us an email.
Subscribe.
Throw a Facebook message. Whatever. JJTR on Facebook.
If you subscribe, our episodes come to you immediately.
Do I have that backwards? Is it TRJJ or is it JJTR?
TRJJ.
Okay, TRJJ on Facebook. DEUL thought, gmail.com.
Yes.
Obviously YouTube.
Dual Thought, DUEL.
And
Dual Thought.
Bottom of the page you can comment. We also have archives as well.
Archive is going to be updated here within the next week.
We
are also looking at trying to get SoundCloud. We are also trying to get new vid. We are also trying to get a couple of the other videos, like I just had it.
I don't know if we're subscribing to shit yet, but
we will subscribe to the people that we like. We will subscribe to the podcast that we like.
Well,
we appreciate everything that is out there, and
I mean, how desperate I'm going to throw my own email out there. JUBRUAN
Gibran
@gmail.com. Email me personally. All right.
Email me personally. Here is my personal email. JAKO_30009112.
Wow, mine's so much easier.
Yeah, I know mine is long, but I mean, I've been hacked. So, JAKO30009112 @yahoo.com. I was a Yahoo kid. I grew up off of Yahoo. I mean, like, that was the one I moved after AOL.
Yeah,
going back to way throwback eras.
Yeah, I have one of those.
AOL, the Frisbee discs, the free fucking shit. Yeah. I was part of that.
Dude, I still have a Juno account, okay?
Holy shit.
Tell you what, that doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't.
I still have a Juno account.
Wow, bro.
Want to talk old?
Old school.
Alright. I am T Hard.
And I am JJ.
We are dueling up the topic of the mind.
And thank you for listening.